Good morning and welcome to Above Water's daily water safety lessons. My name is Brendan Prince and I'm the founder of the charity Above Water. Above Water hopes you had a fun Easter. I'm sure it was a very different Easter to what we normally all expect. Staying indoors and doing all the things we need to do to protect our NHS and to stay safe. So today we have our daily message after our break of a week, and today we are going to talk about lost objects in the water. We are looking at our phonetic alphabet, S and T, and we're also looking at the hunter's bend for our knots. So let's get started on lost objects in the water. So first of all, when I say water, I mean all types of water. And I've got them just some listed here, from the small, which obviously is your bath, right the way through to the big blue wobbly thing, obviously is the sea, and everything in between. And these are all bodies of water. Some are salt water like the sea, others are fresh water, and some are recreational water like your paddling pools or your bath. But we can lose objects in the water. And what do I mean by an object? Well, let's say a ball. For a little tiny toddler, throwing a ball around, if it gets into the bath, that can be a hazard. Going into bigger water, balls, footballs. Today we've posted our picture of the day, and if I remember rightly, James and George actually sent the picture in from Exeter of losing their football in Exeter Canal. Now, they did the sensible and made the right choice because they didn't try and get their ball. They actually stayed back and watched their ball float away. But because the canal at this time of year is freezing cold, it was about 5 degrees, you know, that's cold water. Also it's deep water with steep banks. They made the sensible choice not to go and get their ball. And that sensible choice is supported by some of these statistics. Now, in 2018, these are some related statistics. So, one person drowned in 2018 trying to rescue their dog. A dog going into the water is an object in the water. 21 people drowned through trying to get balls or sticks or general objects lost in the water. 93 people died, drowned, and they were going for a run or going for a walk. And often when you're running or walking along the water and you see something, perhaps you see George and James's football and you think, oh, I'll try and get that. And you're warm from your run and you slip or fall in. Cold water shock, as we've looked in to a week or so ago, has a massive impact on that warm body, and suddenly we get horrible statistics like 93 people drowning. And 16 people drowned through water-side activities. So they're doing things next to water. Something they're doing might have gone into the water. They ventured into the water, and because they didn't make the right choice, accidental drowning can happen. So what we're trying to highlight here is if an object falls into the water, like we've got our little model here. These two are playing football. Our little two Lego men are playing football, and they kick the ball and into the water it goes. Now a common instinct is to think, right, try and get the ball straight away. At that moment we stand back and we say, oh, I'm gutted, the football's gone in the water, but we just watch it. And we just see what the ball does, because you might find the ball 200, 300, 400 metres down the river or the canal or wherever you are, actually finds a natural rest on the side, and that might be a really easy place for your Lego man to go and get the ball out. Otherwise, we just watch and we let it go. In the case of James and George in Exeter, their ball, because the water was running so fast, actually went to the other side of the canal and they lost it. But they made the right choice. We can get another ball. You know, you can get other balls. You can't get another life. So stay safe. Try not to be near water when you're playing and doing activities, but if you lose an object in the water, be sensible, make the right choice, speak to adults about what you could do to get your object back out, but to make sure you are safe. And if in any doubt, just let the object go. So, on to our phonetic alphabet. We're flying through the letters, and in fact we'll get all the alphabet completed this week. So we're on to S and T. S is Sierra, Sierra, and T is Tango, Tango. So we're right through now from A to T. So we're really doing well. Obviously a bit of time, a week's gone past since we talked about this, so you probably want to practice and just go through A, Alpha, B, Bravo, C, Charlie. Go through them all and also get perhaps mum or dad to test you. Suddenly to shout to you, what's G? Golf. What's M? Mike. And go through them so you're actually remembering the whole of the phonetic alphabet. Knot time again. So our knots are all about just tying simple knots that will help you in your daily life when you're doing what you need to do. And that might be tying things together, tying parcels, learning how to tie a bend on a stick so you can hold it, a sling on a bottle, whatever it might be. They're simple knots, not meant to be for climbing or doing anything from a safety point of view, but just knots to learn how to tie onto rope. So today is a really good example of that because it's tying two pieces of rope together. As you can see, these are two different types of rope, completely different types of rope, different thickness, different materials. And I actually like this knot, which is the hunter's bend, because it does tie two very different types of rope together really well. So we've got this bit of rope's alive. So we've got our two bits of rope. We take our two ends and we just flow them over the top of each other like that. And then in those two bits, we just make a loop. And then this end, we're going to put round the back and up through. And this end, we're going to bring round the front and bring through. So we've got two ends either side of our loop. Hold the two ends, pull, and when it pulls together, you'll see that you've got two bits of rope tied together, really strong, and they're symmetrical in the way that they look on both sides. And because of that particular knot, the hunter's knot, they're actually really easy to break out, to release both sides if you want to undo the knot. So that's the hunter's bend, which is for tying two bits of rope together. Well, thank you for watching. Lots of information there for you. We're going to bring you information every day this week on water safety and drowning prevention. Please check out our website, www.abovewater.org, for more information, and you can see all our back videos, as indeed you can on our YouTube channel Above Water as well. Have a fab Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.